everybody, and welcome back to the Spells and Strive podcast, the only podcast that the physical equivalent to being mid yawn. That's what we're like. Yeah,
What?
At the start of the yawn, we're not there
Makes no
yet, but we're definitely not at the end of a yawn. We're kind of in the middle.
What's a end yawn podcast then? What does this make no sense?
Oh, you know.
No, I don't know. If I did know, I would have been like, oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense. Not, hey, can you explain this thing?
You know when you end a yawn, I think a good end yawn podcast would be just like most true crime podcasts. I think that's the best way to explain it. You know when you're ending a yawn
Okay, so
and
what's
it's
the
kind
start
of
of a
like
yawn
learning
podcast?
about Ted Bundy.
What's the start of a yawn podcast?
The start of a yawn, there's all that, energy, there's all that excitement, it's like a fresh little baby boy born into the world.
I know what the start of yawn feels like. What is that podcast that gives you a start of yawn energy?
Oh, Chuckle Sandwich, which is a podcast you don't know.
I've never heard of that before.
Yeah,
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, it's got one of the Minecraft guys in it. So, the Joe Rogan Experience. That's a pretty beginner yawn.
I know. I think that's like the only podcast you know besides us is freaking Joe Rogan.
That's the only podcast you know.
I know other podcasts. I am good friends with the podcast.
Oh yeah, you know Cyanize's podcast, and that's it.
I do know
Cyanize, Joe Rogan, and that's all you need to know.
Yeah, they're the same person.
Yeah,
I've never seen Cyan and Joe Rogan in the same room.
That's what I'm saying.
Anyways, question of the week.
Yeah. I know a lot of podcasts. I know Distractable. I know Chuckle Sandwich. I know Whine About It. I know. Okay, those are the only three I also know. Oh God, Sad Boys. I know Sad Boys. I just want to beat the allegations of only knowing the Joe Rogan Experience. You don't care about this, do you?
We're in a fight between Joe Rogan and Alex Jones.
Dude, Alex Jones. I just think about him sometimes.
What? Yeah, I know. I've seen your shrine. We don't need to bring it up. Everyone knows your shrine. That's the top of the question.
All right, question of the week. Question of the week. We do a song, answer along. Question of the week. Question of the week. Who's an underrated superhero? Answer in the comments below.
Underrated superhero?
Yeah, who's a superhero that doesn't get enough attention? This is one of the few ones.
What's your answer?
Nightcrawler. I like
Okay.
his vibes. I think he's cool. I don't know any stories he's in. I just like the cut of his jib, I think he's got cool powers. He's blue and that's hype. I think his dad is Satan or some shit, and that's relatable. Yeah, I want more. I want a Nightcrawler movie.
I'm trying to think.
Yeah. Usually it's the other way around, so I'm happy. This is the first one where I had an answer beforehand. I'm improving. You can just...
Underrated superheroes.
Are you typing this in?
Yeah. The first one I got is Daredevil, which no.
Yeah, there's this little underrated character, not much talked about. He's called Spider-Man. Don't know if you've heard of him.
Yeah. Okay, 17 most underrated Marvel heroes. Number 17, Elektra has a series. 16, War Machine, literally Don Cheadle. 15, Beast. That's not that bad, I guess.
I feel like Electra, like, sure, she had her own thing, but who gives a fuck about Electra, really? That no one talks about Electra
14,
ever.
Luke Cage. 13, Cyclops. 12, Patriot. Okay, I don't know who Patriot is. I'll give that
Isn't
one.
that like another like
11,
Iron Man guy?
Spider-Woman. Probably. 10, Havoc. 9, Sunspot. 8, Quicksilver. 7, American Chavez. 6, Falcon. 5, Phantomex. I don't know who that is. 4, Cannonball. 3, Monica Rambeau. 2.
Who's
Okay.
two?
Okay. It's Laura Kinney as Wolverine.
Oh, so girl,
But
isn't it her name like X3 or
girl
something?
Wolverine. Yeah, but like I just read Wolverine needs their own book. I'm like, what? Yeah, Wolverine, the character no one knows. And also number one's Magic.
Magic?
Frick, I'm going with Man Thing because I like Man Thing. He's cool.
You would be a Man Thing fan. That's such a Stripe the Squid character.
He is green.
That's all the requirements.
Yeah.
We're going El Clasico. My character is blue. Your character is green. We are not deep people.
We are very one-dimensional beings.
Yeah. No, Swamp Thing's cool. I like Swamp Thing. So he did have that show that I don't know anyone who's watched it.
I don't know if he had. I mean, he was in Werewolf by Night, but that wasn't as popular as some other things.
Oh, am I? I got them mixed up. That's
Swamp Thing. I think that's Swamp
I
Thing.
am
right?
thinking of Swamp Thing.
Yeah, I mean,
And isn't that what you said? Did you not say Swamp Thing?
no, I said Man Thing. This is
Oh.
Man Thing. He kind of looks like Cthulhu.
Yeah,
kind of.
Man Thing. Yeah, I was just.
You're probably thinking of.
Yeah, I'm thinking of Swamp Thing from the hit show Harley Quinn.
Was he in Harley Quinn?
Yeah. They had like an episode where it was confirmed like him and Ivy used to be friends, and then like Ivy stopped hanging out with him, and so he got all pissy. It's a weird show, that one.
Remember when that show was good? That was so fun.
Remember when Harley Quinn gave a guy cancer, and that was like every clip of that show, or like every like series of clips from that show always included the one where she gave the guy cancer. People thought it was just like the funniest shit. It was kind of like, I don't know, it was a bit much.
I do not remember that actually.
No, fair enough. Well,
The only clips I've seen thrown around are any clip with Harley and Ivy interacting and the women aren't funny clip.
women aren't funny.
They said it, not me!
I like the one. I think one of the funniest ones, because they do this arc where Joker's like good for a bit. And there's this one line where he's like, I'm not like a liberal. I am a liberal. That gets me.
You would, liberal.
Yeah, I'm such a liberal snowflake.
Nice hair, liberal. Did you get it from the pronoun store?
Fucking pronouns.
Okay. What's the first thing we need to talk about?
Speaking of pronouns, Has-Been Hotel? Is that a good segue? I
have
haven't
not
watched
heard
the
a
show.
single good thing. I have not heard a single good thing about that show.
Yeah, apparently.
I haven't seen it yet. I'm definitely gonna watch it. Like once I'm done with the Netflix watch,
I wanted to watch it.
Something that'd be fun to.
Sorry, I interrupted.
It feels like it'd be something that'd be fun to throw into the big year-long retrospective at the end. I do, but like, I don't know.
Yeah, I almost wanted to watch like at least like the first episode for specifically for the podcast, but like I just got done watching all the Chibnall Doctor Who episodes. I don't feel like watching any more bad TV, and from what I've heard, Has Been Hotel doesn't seem to be entirely up to my interest. Uh, and also there's been some shit about the one of the creators of the show coming out, and usually I'm a little more. I like to think of myself as an innocent before guilty kind of person, but oh man.
Can I ask what you've heard? I'm assuming it's about a Vizzy
Yeah,
Pop, the leader. Yeah.
yeah, Vizzy Pop. There was apparently a bunch of stuff, and some of it was deconfirmed, but also some of it wasn't. I think one of the things that was deconfirmed or that was confirmed was like the support of someone who did blackface. There was, I don't know, and also just that was like the one thing I saw that I know for a fact wasn't deconfirmed, but there's a lot of other stuff which is all mushy. But apparently there might be some, racism, transphobia, all that jazz, all that anti-Twitter jazz. But also apparently in the show itself, there's a lesbian called Vag, and that's just not my style of anything ever. I don't want to. I don't. That's such a bad name. It's very unappealing.
Yeah.
But shout out to all the, I don't know, who's this fan base? Is it like Tumblr people?
I mean, Tumblr's a fan of most things, so yeah.
I'm sure that we're gonna get a new like Tumblr sexy man out of this, and that's probably the best thing that's gonna come out of this show.
Tumblr sexy man is a dead phrase. It means nothing anymore.
We know what it means. We're true believers in the Tumblr sexy man.
No,
we know
because Tumblr sexy man used to be like a character that like exploded in popularity you would never expect. Your Sanses, your Oncelers, your Lokis from the MCU, like these weird once in a lifetime like insane giant fandoms, and now it's gone to a point where literally any piece of media will get revealed, and the second people see care is like, oh, is he the Thomas X-Men? Is he the Thomas X-Men? Is he gonna be the Thomas X-Men? No, he's not. You can't force Thomas X-Men. They have to come naturally. We haven't gotten a natural one since I don't freaking know, Bruno from Encanto, maybe Spamton.
Which came first?
Undertale, no, Deltarune Chapter 2 was like October, was like Halloween.
Yeah.
And I think Encanto was December, November, one of those two.
Man.
So yeah, so the last one would have been Bruno then. I think he and Spamton kind of like revived the interest in Thomas Sexy Men, and now it's just gotten to the point where any new character be like, are they new Thomas Sexy Men? Are they new Thomas Sexy Men? No! You can't force it! It needs to come naturally!
I feel like what really revived the trend was the poll, like the little Twitter war between like Sans and Reagan, where the Queen died.
Well, I saw no one talking about that poll until the final one.
Yeah, same here, honestly. I remember Rubber Ross made a video where he like drew different fights between the different like contestants.
Yeah, you posted it, but like again,
that was cool.
That was after. That was long after.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just remember looking at that, and I don't remember what I was mad about, but it made me mad how wrong people's opinions were.
Yeah, because Bill Stanford should have won.
Who won? Did Sans or Reagan run? Sans won, right?
Sans
Of course
won.
he did. Fucking hell. I don't know why I said that. I would have voted for Sans too. I know who I am.
Yeah, you're like the number one Sans fan.
I know who I am.
You like Sans so much you broke your own rules of your favorite character tier list to put him on.
It's true. He's a funny little guy. I remember back in 2015 when people kept trying to make Sans sexy. That was dark times.
I'm trying to think of a response to this. I just can't.
You remember when people shipped Sans and Toriel?
Yeah.
And then people started shipping like the different versions of Sans with each other.
Yes.
What the
Are you going somewhere?
No.
With this? You ship Sans and Toriel. You've literally told me you ship them.
Especially because some of the art back then was cute. Like, fuck it. I'll admit it. There was some good fan art back then. Not all of it.
I remain strong as the one true Ace Sans believer.
Didn't I, like, give you that idea?
Yes, you did, but...
Yeah. To be fair, I think... I don't know. I don't know what I think.
No, say it, huh? Say it, dummy.
I think they're a good, like, they could be a good romantic pairing, but the idea of any Undertale character having sex is weird to me. They're all asexual in my head, mostly because they're all.
I mean,
it'd be
Toriel and Asgore.
Asgore budded. Don't he asexually reproduce? He split.
Explain Asriel, huh?
Bro budded. What can I say?
Yeah, I mean, no. Again, I do think, as an Ace person, Ace and aromantic are separate things, so it can still work. The ship still works. I'm fine with the ship. I'm fighting a losing battle because it's a freaking Sans, one of the most, like, looted characters in history, which is weird to say for a freaking skeleton.
Yeah. Yeah, that was interesting. Because this is going to reveal way too much about me. I remember all the different ways. Actually, you know what? No, I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say that.
No, you're saying it.
Hear about the new Indiana Jones game? That was pretty cool.
No. You're not moving away from this.
As a youth, you know, I would want to. I would go into Google Plus because that was a thing back then, back in the dark ages when Google Plus existed, and I would, you know, search up Underfell Sans to, you know, find a cool profile picture because I always had an Underfell Sans profile picture because I was cool and edgy, and sometimes you would see art that isn't exactly something you would show your boss in the workplace. You know, it wasn't exactly safe for work, and the different interpretations of what Sans' penis would look like was always, it was curious because it was always very imaginative.
You've told me before that you had like an Underfell Sans PFP for Google Plus. You didn't tell me this part before.
Yeah. Because usually it'd just be like magic, and it'd be like blue, like his eye, or red if it was, you know, Underfell.
Tune in next episode where we do a tier list of every single Sans penis.
Only if you make that tier maker list. I ain't doing that.
You know I would never do that.
One day you just come in and it's like, hey, look at all the cocks I found.
Robin, I found so many skeleton penis.
Oh.
I just throw it on your desk like a detective. Like, I have found so many Sans cocks.
And you know what? I'll say one last thing about this. Every motherfucker thought they were so fucking funny using the fucking boned pun You know, where it's like, oh, Sans
Yes,
boned
yes,
Toriel. Sans is ready to bone.
yes,
And everyone thought they were so fucking
yes.
funny. They weren't.
Epic.
Asgore was hotter.
I'm just
Anyway,
so glad
let's.
Papyrus. I'm just so glad Papyrus just kind of fell into the wayside. He's just kind of there.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
Do you remember like the first like 3 months or so of Undertale when it first came out? Like Papyrus is like easily the most popular character, and then there's just this sudden shift to Sans, and now he's like the face of indie games.
yeah, I think because playing Undertale, Papyrus is just one of the most standout characters. But I also think it's one of the things where once people got to the genocide ending, and that became more and more popular, because at first it's just, you know, the pacifist route. Eventually people were like, oh, because I think the Sans boss fight, you know, is half the reason why he got so popular. And then they started noticing, oh, he teleports. Oh, in the thing, it's called Gaster Blasters. And people really fucking loved Gaster, too. I say people, me.
Yeah, I remember seeing like a post that was like it was a picture of Gaster. Like this character has no canon lore, no canon personality, barely even counts as an actual character in his game. Yet has more fan art than 90% of characters nowadays.
That is true. And I think that's part of the appeal of Gaster for a lot of people, too. And also they found a vague connection to Sans in Papyrus, and that his name is Wingdings Gaster, which is, you know,
And like he looks vaguely skeletonish. And there's the whole like what do you two think?
yeah,
Text log entry,
darker,
which could be Sans and Papyrus.
yeah,
It could also be Sans and Elfies or anyone else.
yeah, yeah. Entry number 17, darker, darker yet darker. And there's all this like there's a bit of a creepy factor to it. Like you've got Goner Kid, shout out to Goner Kid, and all the like.
Yeah. This is like this was like around the tail end of when creepypastas were really big.
Yeah, yeah, that is true. If Undertale had come out like 2 years before, Goner Kid and Jeff the Killer would probably have been like shipped. And that's one of the worst sentences I've said.
Yeah, can we just end the podcast there? We're not even like half an hour into it, but I feel like we should end it there.
Yeah, no, that's fair. That's valid. God, because I really got on the internet around the tail end of creepypastas, so I saw a lot of like the weirder Tumblr-y shit. I never read like any like of the original stories. A shout out to Creepcast, another podcast, by the way, where we go through some of those old ones, because it's like I know like the characters, but I never knew like some of the proper stories that like were behind them. And it's interesting.
Like Coco.
But what I remember of creepypastas is I remember like either the games they are based off of, Slenderman, and I remember just a lot of.
Slenderman wasn't a game first.
It was a photo.
It was a photo.
Yeah.
Then it became a creepypasta. Then it became a game.
Yeah, but I was talking about.
Then it became a movie and a web series and.
Yes, I know all about the fucking what's it called? Marble Hornets. Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to that. That was like apparently the best Slenderman thing to ever come out. It's still coming out? Question mark. They're still doing stuff, sort of. It's weird.
I don't think so.
I think they're doing like comics now.
But I don't know. I've never seen Marble Hornets. I probably will, because I want to do top 35 web shows. I just don't know what to do for that.
Well, I mean, I've got a few suggestions for you. You
Okay, besides the one with the freaking creature from your favorite creature show, that's one of the ones you
Yeah,
have.
Caesar the zombie, or Cesare.
Yeah.
Uh,
What other ones do you have?
there's
Because web show is like really a nebulous concept. Like, do I count as a web show?
I think the best thing to focus on is if there's a clear like pilot and like conclusion, you know, where something like
So I can include things that haven't ended then.
or no, that's not true. Okay, you got me there. I think.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it has to have a more.
Like a story.
Yeah, it's a story because
Lore, characters.
what I'm thinking of
So
is
here's the
Scott
thing.
the Woz. That's where I'm like really like stumped up.
Yeah.
How do you defer Scott the Woz's stuff to, Big Top Burger?
Yeah.
And I don't really know.
What I was thinking was, I feel like stuff like Scott the Woz, AVGN, Nostalgia Critic would count because they do have like they're not just like how I am just a myself playing a slightly edited version of myself talking about things with no like cohesion or lore. That they have like stories and characters. You can watch it mostly in any order, but there is some connection there for those three. Well, like me, Nitro Rad, stuff like that, Ant Dude, we're just kind of people talking about stuff.
Yeah.
Phyllis would also fall into that, like, not a web show kind of thing.
Yeah, I think you just gotta, I don't know, focus on what has that web show vibe to it, you know? Because
So what would you suggest?
well, now that I've said it, I fucked up by saying things, by saying words. There's Big Top Burger, which is where Cesare is from. There's Marble Hornets. You put me on the spot. I'm sure I can think of more, but
You said you had several.
yeah. Yeah. I'm sure I have several in my head somewhere. You should watch Fred. No.
Does Fred count?
I would count Fred.
I don't think Fred counts.
All right, because even Fred is like a fictional character. His real name is Lucas, right? Fred is fake, and there is a plot to Fred. I've watched the Quentin video.
Okay, but was the Quentin video about like the show, or was it about the actual like YouTube thing? I'm not, cause obviously like the Nickelodeon Fred show wouldn't count.
Yeah, the Nickelodeon show wouldn't count. But the Fred YouTube channel had a different lore. And
so there's multiple continuities of Fred.
there's like 3 or 4, I think.
The Fred multiverse.
Straight up. Because there's the original show, there's the iCarly version of Fred, there's the Nickelodeon, there's also the movie version of Fred, there's the TV show version of Fred, 2 distinct things, and there's also this weird sort of like send-off series that Lucas did, like when he was like an adult about Fred, that I honestly could probably count if I could remember what it's called. I need to rewatch that Quinn video.
Fred hasn't uploaded in 8 years.
He does like TikToks now, I think.
Yeah, it wasn't even a Fred video.
Yeah. That's crazy. So I searched up a web series, and so IMDb gave me best web series of all time.
Do not do that because it does not help. It does not help in the slightest because it just gives you like
Breaking Bad,
like Netflix shows, and yeah. My number 2, Scott the Woz. Number 1, Breaking Bad, my favorite web show of all time.
You have watched it.
What?
You've seen Breaking Bad?
Yes.
Yes. I was there, watching you watch it from a distance.
What? What?
I was in a little room.
Hello? Hello?
I was watching you from afar in a little room.
Hello!
Hello!
I'm trying to talk to you. You're not saying anything. You're just like, yeah, look at the room. What are you saying?
I was saying that I was watching you while you were watching Breaking Bad in a little room.
I was watching Breaking Bad in my room, which is on the second floor. How do you do that?
It was a very little room. It was a very little room.
You're stupid.
No. I'm trying to think of more web shows. Shows like Marble Hornets.
Okay, that's gonna give you like horror stuff.
Yeah, that's gonna give The Haunting
Which
of Hill
I'm
House. So that's fucking great.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to watch a frick ton of analog horror if I do this video.
Oh, you should. Oh yeah, you should totally watch Mandela Catalog.
That's one on the list. Yeah.
Yeah. Does Dad count? I think Dad's a show.
I guess. Yeah. I know of it because of the film theory episode. Does game theory count? Would game theory count?
No, but there's MatPat's Game Lab.
Robin?
Do you know the Game Lab series?
Yeah, that was like a YouTube Red thing, right?
Yeah. Oh, you should do some of those YouTube Red shows. You got Game Lab. You got Scare PewDiePie. Scare PewDiePie went hard.
I'm not freaking watching freaking. God, I hate you. Yeah. Again, do not look up web shows because it will not give you what you're looking for.
Yeah.
That's why I'm asking you and not looking it up.
There was that Game Grumps show that nobody watched.
I know what shows on YouTube Red. We don't need to keep going on. What other ones do you have in your brain hole?
Oh God, I'm like looking through YouTube now, just trying to think. That's a really hard question. That is a really hard question.
Yeah, I have a friend who's really pushing me to do top 3 favorite web shows. I'm like, okay, what counts as it?
Searching up web series, I got a lot of Indian stuff, which is interesting.
Okay, but are they actually web shows, or are they just on like?
And I don't believe so.
Yeah.
I'm getting the Drew Gooden video about Lost. Yeah, that's rough. That's a rough question. Huh. Maybe that's why no one's done this video before. Maybe that's why you're going on new ground.
Has no one done like top web shows
Top.
on YouTube? Yeah, the first thing I got was top 10 best TV shows 2022 by Watch Mojo.
Yeah.
What if I did web series?
Oh yeah, I've been. There's top 10 best web series 2023 by BNF TV, which is not in a language I speak.
Like, yeah, I'm still getting the same like freaking.
The Boys.
Yeah, the mainstream shows, not like YouTube stuff.
All right, what if it's like
the top 10? Yeah, my favorite web series of all time, Loki,
best
on Disney Plus.
YouTube shows?
That's definitely fair to put up against like a homegrown series.
All right. What are the best? Yeah.
Breaking Bad.
I forgot.
Yeah.
I know one you can do. Annoying
What?
Orange.
We already brought up Annoying Orange, didn't we?
No. We brought up Fred, which is the same thing.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I mentioned Annoying Orange when you brought up Fred.
Oh, I wasn't listening.
Yeah. Annoying Orange doesn't count. No.
I think it does,
There's no lore. Where's the lore? Annoying Orange.
Top 5 best web series on YouTube.
Number 1, Breaking Bad.
That's my favorite. Who do you think would prefer? Who do you think would win in a fight, the Marble Hornet or Slender Man or Walter White?
Probably Marble Hornet, Slenderman, I assume.
I don't know. I technically watched it. That's one of the ones where it's kind of it's got a weird like timeline to it all. It's not full like ARG FNAF bullshit, but it's a teeny bit a wacky. It's a little bit silly. Uh-oh. God. My shelf is wet. I don't know why. That's not like a... It's not like a bit. My shelf is just wet.
Epic!
Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm trying to think of more YouTube shows. I just cannot.
Oh, Stripe, I have like so many to suggest for you. Only has 2, and it's the 2 we already mentioned beforehand.
Yeah. No, you got me there. Best YouTube fiction. Because I swear... Because then there's also...
If you want to do this like after the podcast, we can.
Oh my
because
God,
it's probably really boring for people listening.
What's the one that's like a video game, but it's not a video game, and then the one it's not Petscop either. It's like Remnant or some shit. Oh,
I have not heard of that. Petscop's on the list for me to watch. I haven't seen it yet, but it is on the list of things to watch.
Oh my God! It has the wolf guy. Then it's not real. It's
I don't know where you're going with this.
It's the wolf guy. Fuck. Wolf guy video game not real. That's not gonna come up. Fuck. Oh, that's gonna annoy me. I think I'm subscribed.
Can we move on? Because this is going to be a really boring podcast anyone listening.
Oh, it's going to be a boring yeah. Let's move on. But I know of one. It's a good one, and I'll get the name to you eventually. One of these days.
Epic. Is there anything there to talk about? Because there wasn't much news today, from what I've seen this week.
As far as pure news, we got some stuff. Indiana Jones game, low-key might be... of all the games that I know are coming out this year, for a fact, it's probably one of the ones I'm most hyped for. Besides, the typical Square Enix shit, of course, I'm hyped for. Like the Final Fantasy VII and the Kingdom Hearts. But I'm really excited for the new Indiana Jones game. It's made by the people who made Wolfenstein. It's got a silly little story that seems hype. It seems very much up my alley. And I hope it's good.
I hope you play it for like 3 times and you just abandon it and never go back to it.
There's a chance that's exactly what happens. Not gonna lie. Uh,
The joke is that's what you did with your Indiana Jones Let's Play.
that is exactly what I did. Well, that's because um, I got stuck on a bit and I got annoyed and I just kind of like rage quit.
Do Let's Plays count as web series?
Yeah, number one, Spells Plays. If you watch Spells Plays, you can see how they played through Final Fantasy 1, or at least the first, like, 3 hours of it.
Why are you freaking oh, Chills? I think his
Yeah,
name was.
chills.
Yeah.
Does Polygon doesn't, or not Unraveled. Does Unraveled count?
Oh frick! Does Unravel count? That's a good question.
It's a good excuse to rewatch the Unraveled videos, which is...
I've rewatched them a couple months ago.
Yeah, you can always rewatch them.
This is why I hate this video so much. Like, what counts? And how do I find the things that do count? Because I'm not including Breaking Bad. Grah!
What if you, does the Dream SMP count?
No. It would, but I'm not freaking watching Dream.
That's fair. Let's see. Sorry, I got off topic. We were talking about, some bullshit with Indiana Jones.
Yeah, I have nothing to say about Indiana Jones. It's probably going to be a good game from what I've seen.
Yeah.
Looks fun.
Video games. Diminish. Oh, it's called Diminish. I found it. I swear to you, I found it. Here's, it's called Diminish. It's of a Let's Play, but it's not a Let's Play. Don't be fooled.
So Pescap.
Yeah, it's like Petscop, but it's different. It is very distinct from Petscop. Besides the whole game, but not game. Just the vibes are all different too. It's not as horror-y.
Epic. I will add that to the list.
Thank you very much. I did good today.
Do you have anything else you want to say about Indiana Jones or no?
Apparently the Nazis are going to be the villains, and I'm very hyped for that, because if there's one thing that I like about Wolfenstein, it's that you get to kill Nazis. Because in a lot of games...
That's right, guys. Robin's favorite thing about Wolfenstein is Nazis.
It's true. There's a lot of games where, in a lot of like Call of Duty games, I feel bad about just shooting the other people, but not in the ones where you shoot Nazis. And I like not having moral dilemmas when playing my action games. It's also why I like Doom a lot, besides the fact that Doom's just really good.
I thought you said it was Wolfenstein.
Yeah, I was saying I like Wolfenstein and Doom for the same reasons. Or one same reason. Well, a few same reasons, but I was talking about the one specific one. Yay!
Pogger.
Hooray!
Yeah!
Actually, I'm surprised you haven't brought this up already. Hear about gargoyles?
Gargoyles?
Yeah, gargoyles. You know.
Like the Disney
Yeah.
store? What about it?
There was... Here, let me find the exact, thing. There was a Kickstarter for, the Lost Season. And apparently...
I don't know if that's that's legal because Disney still owns that property.
Yeah. It was a... Here, let me find the exact article. Gargoyle... But there was a Kickstarter, and apparently it did really well. Let's, let me find the news. Gargoyles Kickstarter fully funded in one day as Lost series gets a remaster. Here. Have successfully funded a Kickstarter project to republish the original comics, which have been out of print for over a decade. Okay, so they're remastering the comics.
Yeah, I found it.
Okay.
Yeah, I found it.
I got confused.
I just looked up. I looked up Gargoyles Kickstarter and I found it.
So it's not as interesting as I thought it was.
Yeah, it's just reissuing comics, which you could probably find online.
So,
Again, I don't know. I don't know how legal that could be, considering that Disney still owns the property.
So are you going to do a top 10 comics? That'd be dumb for you to do.
No. Yeah, do you know how many freaking comics there are?
Like at least 7. Yeah, rank every comic.
Hi, Peter Griffin here to explain the joke. The joke is that Robin said at least 7. The knee slapper is that there's a lot more than 7. It's so funny, guys. Make sure you smash your face into a brick wall at high speeds to kill yourself. So anyways, what after Indiana Jones?
Speaking of video games, there's also Plants vs. Zombies 3.
Cool, I don't care.
The second one sucked. The first one was
Plants vs.
overrated.
Zombies hasn't been good since the first game.
The first one, I don't,
Really?
Maybe it's just not my thing. Because I don't know, it just gets simple. You place in the sunflowers, you place in the pea shooters, bada bing, bada boom.
Yeah, it's almost like it's a mobile game or something.
Yeah. I feel like everyone's got this nostalgia glasses for the first one when it's like it's all right, There's worse ways to spend the time.
Yeah, like listening to this podcast.
Exactly. But
there's a zombie on your lawn. You don't want zombies on your
lawn. Yeah, it has been a pretty slow news week. That's why there's only one other thing.
Which is?
It's fucking Pal Worlds. You want to talk about Pal Worlds?
I'd rather not talk about the AI-made
allegedly
game.
Allegedly. Unless it's not allegedly, in which case I don't know.
Also NFTs.
NFTs? Where?
Yep. And you are going to play it. You're the problem. You're the problem, Robin, Spellbinder Robin.
That is my full name, yes.
Yeah, this is your full legal name. Go to the bank, everyone, and use that name and steal money from Robin.
What money?
Oh yeah, you're too busy buying pictures of your face.
No, it's a picture of a fictional woman's face. It's different.
Oh yeah, it's a woman, even though you're non-binary. But that's you. But it's not you.
It's my mascot.
Why is it so confusing? You could have just said, "Oh, that's me." They're non-binary, like I am. Boom, simple, easy, breezy, cover girl. But no, you're like, "Oh, that's me," but it's not me because that's a woman and I'm a non-binary. But I use it to represent myself, but it's not me, guys.
It's a mascot. It would be weird if Mickey Mouse was just Walt Disney.
Yeah, but Walt doesn't use Mickey Mouse to represent himself. You know?
You don't know that. You don't know what he was doing on that steamboat.
He wasn't on a steamboat. It's not real.
Yeah, you heard it first. Stripe doesn't think steamboats are real.
Yeah, okay, I know steamboats are real, but the steamboat from the hit short Steamboat Willie, not real. That's a cartoon.
If it was cartoon, then why were they moving? Duh.
Because that's how cartoons work!
Oh. Well, that's cool. I wish I was a cartoon. Then I would have easy access to anvils. Ever think about that? Yeah.
From here to the stars, fueled by
Oh
candy
man, I remember this
bars,
joke.
lies a kid with a knack for invention, with a super-powered mind, mechanical K9. Bark, bark! He rescues the day from sure destruction. This is the theme song for Jimmy Neutron.
It sure was. I think what this podcast has really proven is that the only thing we are able to talk about for long periods of time is Undertale.
And I figured the web series segment went on longer.
That also went along longer, but that was mostly just rambling.
Yeah. We should have done like a theme thing, like we should have like a tier list or another like when you press the button. There's nothing in January. Why do we do this? Why are we here? I hate you.
I couldn't think of a.
Still have like a freaking like hour and a half left. Not and just half an hour left. How do we? God, I hate you.
Wanna. So what have you been watching?
I'm doing the Netflix watch through, which means I'm watching through Netflix.
Every Netflix show.
Yeah. So what am I currently on? So have you heard of Skylanders Academy?
Oh my god, really? That's
Yeah.
that's the Dan TDM show.
What?
Yeah, he's in one of the episodes.
As who?
One of the Skylanders. I don't think he's like a very important character.
Give me a second. Skylanders Dan TDM. Oh yeah, he was in like the second episode as like random banana guy.
Yeah. Also, Crash Bandicoot is in that show, I think, for like an episode.
He's been in 2. I believe he becomes more prominent in season 3.
Yeah, and he has like a thick Aussie accent, which sort of makes
Yes.
sense. But it's also weird that he talks.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think you could really have a show, or this kind of show where he doesn't talk. You could have like you could probably do a Crash show where he doesn't talk.
I would love a
Kind of like curve it back at you.
There was there were plans for a Crash.
Yes, I know there was a pilot.
I wish it was real.
Yeah, even in this show, they like kind of like turn to the camera like, "Wow, that's a really cool character. I hope we get a show with him." They just turn to the camera.
Yeah.
They were really hoping to get a Crash show out of this, but didn't come to be. But since you brought up voice actors, can I do my silly voice actor spiel for a little
Absolutely.
bit?
We need to run the time.
Okay. So, do you remember Stealth Elf?
From Skylanders. I
Yes.
owned them.
Okay. Do you know who voices them in the show?
You know I don't.
It's Ashley Tisdale, Candace and Phineas and Ferb.
Oh. Sure.
Okay. So Spyro has an evil version of himself, Dark Spyro. Do you know who voices Dark Spyro?
Is it also Ashley Tisdale?
Yes! No, it's not.
Who is it?
It's Jason Ritter, a.k.a. Dipper Pines.
I knew that motherfucker was up to something.
Okay. One last one. This is my favorite one. You remember Eruptor, right?
No. Oh, was he Lava Guy with like the...
You don't?
Like,
Yeah, he's a lava
Yeah.
guy. He's a lava guy. Do you remember who voiced him?
let me guess. Seth MacFarlane.
No.
That'd been funny, though. Who voices him?
It's Jonathan Banks. Do you know who that is?
Yeah, he's the guy who invented banking.
No, it's this guy.
Alright, the screen's just blank.
I sent you something.
It's just dark. You just showed me a picture of black, like the color.
No, it's a GIF. Why is it? It's working for me. Why is it not working for you?
Oh fuck! Gosh, I'm scared. Walter.
Walter, put your dick away, Walter. I'm not having... Spyro, put your dick away, Spyro. I'm not having sex with you. Yeah, because no one can see it. It's a freaking kid named Finger GIF. It's Mike Ehrmantraut from Breaking Bad. That's Jonathan.
I feel like all they needed to know was Walter. I feel like that explains everything perfectly.
Walter.
I love how like every fucking character in that show is like a big meme now.
Yeah. I mean, I think we brought it up that like that was one of the things where like it's hard to take seriously now because like the face Walt makes, you do know the one, you know, like the exact one. It's like one of the most dramatic parts of the show. I just can't see what I'm thinking. Oh my god, it's the funny! It's the funny face!
Skylar is the one everybody hates. Jesse's like, oh yeah, science.
Yeah, I mean that's more like a comedic scene by itself anyways, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah. Yeah. What was your reaction when you saw that scene? Did he like pog and point?
The science scene or the face?
The science scene.
Oh, I was just okay. That's where it comes from. I think that's like its catchphrase, so like it doesn't really matter.
Oh, it's got a catchphrase.
Yeah,
that's funny.
Yeah. Got fake Breaking Bad fan.
It's almost like I've never seen a full episode of Breaking Bad.
Yeah, because you're stupid and smelly and dumb.
At least one of those things is true. I'll never tell which.
Well, stupid and dumb are like synonyms. So if you're only one of them, that means you're probably stinky.
I don't think I'm stinky. It could be worse.
Okay, so now what?
Yeah, let's Skylanders.
Yeah, I mean, I've been watching other Netflix shows, but I don't think you've seen any of them, so we can't really discuss them. And I can only do funny voice actor trivia for so long.
I've been watching.
I can't top Mike Ehrmantraut in Skylanders. That's the peak. That's the pinnacle.
That is.
I shouldn't have started with that.
Yeah.
I've been started with that.
I've been watching Jujutsu.
Have you been watching anything?
I've been watching Jujutsu Kaisen, like a fucking normie. I'm slowly working my way.
I've already seen that
through the list of 30 anime. And slowly is the best word for it. I've also been watching Apothecary Diaries, but you've also seen that.
Yeah.
Shout out to Mao Mao, who carries that show.
Mama, the Heroes of Pure Heart, the hit Nickelodeon Cartoon Network show.
Isn't that her name?
It is, but I'm Stripe.
Isn't that the show with the fucking kid from the Muffin? Isn't that the Muffin Kid?
What?
I'm Mr. Muffin. From asdfmovie. He's like a cat.
I mean, Mamo is a cat in the show, but...
Are they a blue cat?
He's voiced by the show... You know, he's... Oh, you're thinking of Adorabat, who... Is she voiced by the Muffin? It sounds kind of similar thing in my head.
Yeah, I'm pretty...
Here, let me...
Hi, Mr. Muffin. I want to die.
You're thinking of this character, right?
No. Am I? No. Muffin guy,
Gaster,
Astif.
Muffin voice.
He is voiced by Sam Lavigino, voicing Catbug.
Yeah. And Young Grizz and We Bare Bears.
I was thinking of Catbug, which is different.
Yeah, that's is Bravest Warrior a web series?
Is asdfmovie a web series?
That was huge. Yes.
Is it on the list?
Bravest Warrior is like a thing I heard like all about in like the early 2010s, and then just dropped off the face of the earth and no one talks about it anymore.
Oh, that's rough. Is asdfmovie on the list of the shows you're gonna watch for it?
Yes, I said that already.
Did you? I wasn't paying attention.
Maybe you shouldn't run a podcast.
Running is a strong word.
I think I was channeling father there for some reason.
If only you had his voice, then this podcast would get. If one of us had his voice.
If I could have the voice of any character, it would definitely be Father K&D. Yeah.
He's oh my god. Like you were talking about King Andreas's voice, and that's how I feel about Father's voice from K&D.
I mean, King Andreas is just Keith David. He is like the same voice for every character, but it doesn't matter because it's Keith freaking David. I love that voice.
He's got a good one. Shout out to Keith David.
He's the one reason I want to watch Hazbin Hotel.
He's in Hazbin Hotel?
Yeah, he's like this like demon cat thing called Husk, I think.
How come every time a cat's evil, they have to have like a super deep voice?
No, not every like Cyan Am from Lady and the Tramp. They don't have a deep voice.
I am realizing that I don't think I've ever seen Lady and the Tramp. And he's left. That's cool. All right, welcome to Spells and Podcast, the only podcast without that stupid he's back.
You're a poo-poo face.
And he left again. Spells and spell. And he's back. Hi. Did you miss me?
No!
Yeah.
What were you talking about when I was gone?
I was saying welcome back to the Spells and Podcast, the only podcast without that stupid motherfucker.
Oh, I can just leave again.
Yes, please do.
Okay, bye.
Bye. I'm waving at the screen even though
I
nobody
lied.
can see me.
I'm not leaving. You're here. Spells and Stripe podcast. 50 seasons. Let's go.
Spells and Stripe podcast, 100 years.
Of course, you would make a Rick and Morty record.
Of course I would, because I'm funny and I have a high IQ, which means I like Rick and Morty. Richard and Mortimus, 100 years.
What's your favorite Rick and Morty?
The third one.
What's your least favorite Rick and Morty?
The second one.
What's your in the middle-est Rick and Morty?
The first one.
What's your like honorable mentionist Rick and Morty?
The 0th one.
You're really not funny.
Thanks, I try. I do my best at doing my worst.
It's just not enough.
my jokes are almost as bad as your singing voice, so...
Oh, I can sing. You want me to sing?
No, because they're going to sing the Jimmy Neutron theme song, and you've already done that one.
No, I'm not. I promise that I will not.
Alright, which theme song is it going to be then?
Dudley Puppy was a wait, hold on.
Yeah, I should have guessed. Alright, time to turn my volume way down. Just...
Oh, okay. So you can't hear me then? Okay, so I'll just scream everything I say.
No. Yeah, sure. Are you screaming so loud that it's not, like, going over to Discord? Is that what's happening?
Yes.
Oh. That's powerful.
Like Goku.
And there it is, guys. There it is. We did it.
Oh, yeah!
It took us an hour. One very long
We
hour.
can finally kill spells.
It's true. I'm on death's door.
Death? Like Puss in Boots?
Yeah, I can't believe Puss in Boots 2, The Last Wish, invented the concept of death.
Yeah, people couldn't die before Puss in Boots 2 came out.
That's how... I believe it. I mean, I didn't die before Puss in Boots 2, so clearly. Everyone else was faking. Fakers.
Yeah. I think I said before, I was actually pronounced dead when I was born. And I just kind of came back.
Yeah, you mentioned that once before. That's crazy, Stripe lore.
Yeah. Also, when I came out of my mother, I was blue, and they cleaned me off, and I was red, or I was pink, I think.
Stripe the Squid lore goes crazy. What the
Stripe
fuck?
Lore. Yeah, Stripe lore is a really interesting thing, you know. Oh, I said we couldn't include web series if we don't have lore. I think we have enough Stripe lore.
You just start reviewing your own show in the middle of your video.
That would be funny. Like number 27, Stripe the Squid. I just play completely seriously.
It's like, all right, so its first arc, the old arc, that wasn't a really strong start.
Yeah.
But once it starts getting
the background footage I use is literally just like the recording that I'm doing for the segment. I don't edit it at all.
But it really starts to take some leaps after the cartoon commercials arc.
Oh, I'm gonna start writing the sequel to that actually very soon.
Yo!
Hopefully, I can find enough good commercials.
Yeah, don't ask for my help. I have ad block on. I don't watch ads anymore.
Why would that work?
I haven't watched an advertisement since '82.
Yeah, but these are commercials for TV.
And I don't.
Not commercials for. This doesn't. What this joke makes no sense.
Shut the fuck up.
No. You need coherence.
Shut the fuck up, or I'm sending you into the fucking void dome.
No!
Matt, that's what I fucking thought. My name is first. I'm the boss. You listen to me.
You're not the boss of me now. You're not the boss of me now. You're not the boss of me now, and you're not so big. That's a Malcolm in the Middle reference. I've never seen Malcolm in the Middle.
That's my favorite Bryan Cranston show.
Yeah, that's the good one.
Back when Bryan Cranston.
Did you know
was
that's actually
things.
canon? Yeah, did you know that's actually canon?
Yeah, it was his dream.
There was an episode where, yeah.
Which one hell of a dream. I've never had a dream that complicated that it's got its own prequel.
Yeah. and a prequel to the prequel, which is animated and it's very fun.
Oh, don't talk about the fucking Saul Jr. shit. That looks so.
I love Slip and Jimmy. Number one Slip and Jimmy fan. I have not seen the show.
Is that even out?
Who would win in a fight? Who would win in a fight to the death? Young Sheldon or Slip and Jimmy?
Slip and Jimmy's got that dog in him, you know?
Yeah.
Young Sheldon, he's never thrown a punch. You know?
So you're all on Team Slip and Jimmy for this?
I sure am. Even though I feel like there's a case to be made that Young Sheldon is probably... If I had to choose which show to watch, I would probably watch Young Sheldon, and I feel like that says wonders about Slip and Jimmy.
I'd rather watch Slip and Jimmy because that's shorter.
Yeah. I've heard that Young Sheldon's good. Like, actual, just
No, you
quality...
haven't. No, you
I
haven't.
literally have.
Shut up. No,
I literally have.
Stop.
It's... Yeah.
Okay.
It's got more of a overarching
6
story
seasons,
to
127 episodes.
I've legitimately been thinking about watching Young Sheldon.
No, you haven't. Shut up.
I literally have. Don't fucking tell me what's happening in my mind.
You have not thought of listening to watching freaking Young Sheldon.
I've seen some clips and it's kind of funny.
You would think freaking Young Sheldon, Big Bang Bazinga
I don't think Big
funny.
Bang Theory is good. Let's preface that. I watched Big Bang Theory. It's not good. It's not a good show. It's not funny.
You're the number one Big Bang Theory. You have all the Sheldon Cooper body pillows there are.
Just because I've carved Bazinga into my flesh doesn't mean I'm that big a fan.
I want you guys to know that's not a tattoo. They literally carved Bazinga with a knife into their very being. It's a really fun conversation starter.
I'm like Zaz from Batman, but instead of every time I kill someone, it's every time I watch Big Bang Theory in full.
Yeah, there's only 6 episodes of Slip and Jimmy versus the 127 episodes of Young Sheldon.
Slip and Jimmy, it's just I don't care. Why did they turn Breaking Bad into an animated show about some fucking kid?
Because it's funny!
Is it? Is that what you...
No! The idea is funny, but it's not actually is.
It feels like a fucking SNL bit that's gone too far.
It does. It really does feel like an SNL joke.
Yeah.
Do we have a new worst episode of the podcast? Is this the new one?
I think
the worst
if we got to talk about Sans cock, it can't be that bad.
Oh, frick. We started with Sans cock. We came out of the door with Sans cock.
We busted down the door about the Sans busting door. And now we're talking about... Is it called Slipping Jimmy?
It is called Slipping Jimmy, yeah.
That sounds like a euphemism. You know what a euphemism is, right?
Yes, I know what a euphemism is. You're just not funny. And I know funny. I'm a clownfish.
I thought you were a squid.
Bazinga.
Bazunga.
is the middle of a yawn podcast, isn't it?
Dude, that's what I'm saying. Not good enough to be the beginning, but not bad enough to be the end. We're just right here in the middle. Between God and hell. Between life and death. Between good and evil. Between Sonic and Shadow. There lies us.
Between Slippin' Jimmy and young Sheldon, there lies us.
I swear I've heard good things about young Sheldon, though. You want to watch Young Sheldon with me? What's the Young Sheldon episode of Stripe the Squid?
I haven't even seen Big Bang Theory. I'm not going to watch freaking Young Sheldon.
I feel like you said something, but then it cut out for me.
I haven't even seen Big Bang Theory. I'm not going to watch freaking Young Sheldon.
It's okay, because you see, Young Sheldon, it's a prequel, because Young Sheldon is younger than Old Sheldon. Eh?
Did you hear they're going to make a sequel to Young Sheldon?
Yeah, they're going to make a...
This is not a joke. They're actually...
Yeah, they're going to make a...
They're actually planning... Yeah, it's not a spin-off focused on Georgie Cooper and Mandy McAllister. I don't know who those are.
Georgie is Sheldon's brother, and I think... I don't know who the other one is. Yes, I do. It's the one that... it's like his wife. My wife.
279 episodes of Big Bang Theory.
Bazinga. Who's your favorite Big Bang Theory character?
I've never seen Big Bang Theory. I just said that.
You know, a younger me probably would be sending you a, which Big Bang Theory character are you right now? But I'm better. I've improved.
Yeah, I am so glad we gave up on that freaking inside joke or like running gag. Like every time I bring up something, like, oh, let's send Stripe a freaking quiz and let's slow down the podcast to a halt.
I thought it was a fun idea for a first episode, and then you kept being mean about it. Yeah. So I felt like
we'll bring it back whenever we do the 3-hour-long year anniversary where we do everything we've done in the past.
Yeah, I feel like we'll. If I keep, making decisions, we'll probably end up doing another a personality quiz sometime in the future. And that is a threat.
Yeah. I gotta find a tier list or something. I gotta find something we can talk about. I'm not doing. I can't go back to jail.
Yeah, it's been a while since we've done a good solid tier list.
Yeah. I think we've only done like 2, right? We did the Tumblr Sexy Men one, and then we did the I fill out your list.
Yeah. Did I fill out your list on the pod or no?
Oh yeah, you did. That video was half.
Oh yeah, that's when I was lying to you actively. Wasn't it?
About what?
No, I lied to you actively during the Tumblr Sexy Man tier list.
Oh yeah, because you're like, yeah, okay, Stripe, I'll definitely pass Lady Dimitrescu and Harley Quinn, and then you didn't, and then I hate you, and I'll kill you.
I swear to God, the fucking RPS moment with Roxanne, that was one of the best fucking things.
I activated Ultra Instinct to make sure I did not need to frick the robot wolf.
She's still a smash in my heart, though.
No, she's a pass in all of our hearts.
No. I'm gonna fuck that duck.
I keep looking at the Tumblr Sexy Man tier list like every couple months. You're like, did they update it?
Did they?
No, not since the last one, where it had like Diego and a few other characters.
Didn't have Doofenshmirtz?
They still have not added Doofenshmirtz.
Oh yeah, you just wanted them to add it.
Yeah, that's when we'll stop doing it. Once they add Doofenshmirtz, we'll do the Doofenshmirtz drop, and then we'll move on. We'll never do smash your pass again because I'm literally asexual. Why do you make me do this?
Create a tier list for anything. There's a restaurant tier list. Which platform fighter dies next tier list. There's NBA GOATs, which this is something we're both very qualified to talk about. We could do starter Pokemon.
Do that one. Let's do it right now, live right here.
And I'm planning for the next episode.
10 minutes left. Let's do NBA GOATs right now. I don't know any of these people.
Want to do we could do Pokemon starters. That'd be funny.
So you know how you literally just brought up a science podcast?
Yeah. Did I?
You'll never guess what they did the last episode.
Oh, did they do Pokemon starters?
Yep.
Oh. Good for them.
Cyan actively spited me, and he put Turtwig and B out of active spite. He literally just said, "I want to spite Stripe," so we should kill him.
I'm good. Yeah, that sounds fun. Let's do a little active murder.
I love murder.
There's a tier list that's called Disney/Pixar waifus, which just has Elastigirl's ass on the thumbnail, that's just great.
I'm not doing it. Smash.
I don't like when people use the word waifu, ever.
How do you even waifu?
Not to be controversial.
Oh my god, I hate my life.
Oh, I have disconnected.
Are you there?
That is a bad sign.
Robin?
Stripe's talking right now. That's unfortunate. I don't know. The last thing you heard from me? There we go. I'm back.
Hi. Hello.
I died and I came back just to spite you.
Just like William Afton.
It's been so long since I've seen
so long since last I see my son was to this monster. The man behind the slaughter.
Since you've been gone.
If you've been gone, I'm singing this stupid song, the wicked ponder, the sanity of your mother.
Dude, I'm so fucking prepared for that song to be in the end credits of the next movie. It's gonna happen.
Do you think they'll bring back MatPat for the second movie?
That's a good question. Considering how fucking that was probably one of the most talked about scenes in that movie. There's a really solid chance they go back to the fucking Sparkies. However, I do fully believe Markiplier is going to be in the sequel. Because I was like...
I mean, he was supposed to be in the first one.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons why I don't feel like I'm saying the hottest of takes right now. And I also think they might... I don't know. They'll probably just try to add more, just in general. They might even go for... not necessarily all the biggest names, maybe get some smaller names in there. Which I think would be hype.
Like us.
No, we're too small. I'm talking John from the channel Fun Nav.
We're enormous. They're literally canceling Markiplier's cameo just to get us on there.
Hello, everybody. My name is Robin. Welcome back to Five Nights at Freddy's.
Okay, this podcast sucks. We're ending it now. Bye, everybody. Have a good day.
Okay. Are we?
Do you have anything else you want to add on?
In 1987, William Afton committed the bite of 87, where he bit off a kid's frontal.
William 87.
Bye.
Bye, everybody. Don't come back.
Goodbye, everybody. I love all of you.
Stop
I love
watching
all
this
our
podcast.
viewers equally.
Yeah, Because there's only 3 of them.
No, we got
2 of them
our
were
last video popped the fuck off. We got like 170 views and like
okay.
3 extra subscribers.
Okay. Did people stick around for that video?
So, anyway, we're ending the episode. Goodbye, everybody. Watch Diminish. That's your homework. The podcast. Fuck off. Ending the episode. Goodbye.
Bye, everybody. I'm gonna die.